Hey everybody, this is Babbling Brook, and I hope you're enjoying your Thursday. You know, it always fascinates me how people think about each other compared to how people actually are. So, just for fun this morning, I posted a poll on Twitter asking my Twitter followers to try to pick out the lie. I posted 3 truths about myself and 1 lie. And I asked you guys to try and figure out which one is not true. So, the options of the poll were I'm a good palm reader, I have a famous cousin, I'm a burlesque dancer, or I've met Slash from Guns N' Roses. So let's see what the results are, shall we? I'm actually really kind of interested in seeing how y'all voted. Now, I'm not necessarily going to do these in any particular order, but, okay, so the first one, I'm a good palm reader. I am actually a really good palm reader. 31% of you thought that that was the lie. I'm an excellent palm reader. I don't think I've ever been wrong so far. And I'm not, like, tooting my own horn. It's literally, like, scientists are even discovering that the lines on your palm correlate to the ridges in your brain. They're constantly changing. They don't tell your future, but they're basically a map of your life so far, which I think is fascinating. I even have a stage name. I know it's backwards, but it says Mistress Morgana Brookfire. If you're interested in getting your palm read, I generally, I do actually, I even have my own booth. I have a curtain booth that I take to the freak show that I work with the first Thursday of every month at the most popular bar downtown in the town I live in. And I make I make pretty good money in tips. Unfortunately, it's only once a month. But I also have some events that I have booked, so I do have some gigs coming up. But yes, I do it in full gypsy costume. I have my crystal ball. It's all very theatrical, but it's also real palm reading, and I'm good at it. So if you're interested in anything like that, you can actually email me at Morgana Brookfire, MorganaBrookfire.com, because that's my stage name. We all have stage names in the freak show. So anyways, 31% of you thought that I was not a good palm reader. You're wrong. I'm an excellent palm reader. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so the next one. I have met Slash from Guns N' Roses. However, this was not recently. I met Slash in 1987 when I was 7 years old, and I was fucking terrified. I was so scared of him. I was sitting next to my mom, like, holding onto her arm, hiding, like, because he looked, in 87, he looked just like he did, just the typical Slash, right? The hair, the hat, the whole 9 yards. I was so scared of him. And he was actually very sweet, quiet guy, very shy. And I remember him, kind of, because I was just a little kid, he's like, hi, it's okay, hi. Just trying to be nice, but I wasn't having any of it because I was so freaking scared of him, which is really kind of funny because I'm a big fan of Guns N' Roses, and so yeah, that was interesting. It was one of my scarier childhood memories, to tell you the truth. To be absolutely honest, I was so fucking scared of that guy. I was absolutely terrified. But yes, I have met Slash from Guns N' Roses. So 31% of you thought that that was a lie, that I hadn't met Slash, just like 31% of you thought that I was not a palm reader. So those two are truths. So let's go to the next one. So anybody who is my subscriber has probably come to the logical conclusion that the final truth out of the 4 lies is that I do have a famous cousin. Because why else would I be meeting Slash when I'm 7 years old unless I had a famous cousin? My cousin is Duff McKagan, the bass player for Guns N' Roses. That is why I met Slash, because I was at my Auntie Marie's house. Duff's mom, who I'm named after, that's where the M in Brooke, M comes from, Marie. I was over at my Auntie Marie's house, and Duff came to visit, and he brought Slash with him. And that's where I met him. Sitting in my Auntie Marie's living room in Ballard, Washington. And I was totally freaking terrified. Anyways, I was lucky enough this year to, Duff's been on tour most of my life, but for anyone who's a Guns N' Roses fan, I know people are often curious what rock stars are like in real life. So I will tell you that Duff is just like I'm extremely blessed to have the family that I have. Both my husband's family and my family. Everyone in my family is so down to earth, so loving, so family oriented, caring, giving, just the best people ever. And Duff's no different. I've mentioned in past videos that, I probably don't gawk over, I probably don't get all freaky about celebrities because I grew up with one in the family, and he was famous my whole life, basically. I was only 5 or 6 when they hit it really huge. So, he was on tour most of my life. I didn't get to see very much of him growing up, but, we're family. We see each other whenever we can. This year I was lucky enough to see him both in Ireland, and in Ireland we hung out for a little bit, for a very short period of time, because we were backstage in the friends and family tent, and which was awesome. There were 84,000 people there, and it was at a castle. It was just the coolest thing ever. But I didn't get to really spend much time with him because we had all our Irish relatives there and their friends and etc. So we didn't get to see very much of him. Then they came to Little Rock, where August 5th, they played War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. Now, this was awesome because there were only 6 of us. I brought my husband, my 2 kids, and my in-laws, who are my only family down here. And the 6 of us went and saw Duff. And he set us up with tickets, really close to the stage. He set us up with tickets, VIP passes, hats, t-shirts. I'll put pictures at the end of this. I'll put some pictures at the end of, kind of our visit. But he took my kids are 12 and 11. He was so warm and wonderful. This was the first time they'd met him because, like I said, he's always on tour. He lives in Seattle, but he also lives in Los Angeles. And so they were just, kind of nervous and everything, but he was so sweet. He told them, I'm just like anyone else in the family, I'm your cousin. I'm just like anyone else in the family. I just have a really unique job. I just have a very different job than most people. And he took the kids back in the dressing room, and, he does not drink alcohol. He can't. His pancreas, exploded when he was 34. So he does not drink it. He told the kids he does not drink alcohol, told them he eats spinach every day. He takes really good care of himself. You can tell just by, seeing pictures of him now. I'm really proud of him. All he's gone through, and he's come out really healthy and strong on the other end. He's extremely inspirational. If you guys have the chance, there's actually a documentary on Netflix called It's So Easy and Other Lies, and I've only watched it once because I cried like an idiot because it has family videos, and his mom, who I was really close to, who passed away when I was a teenager, but I was very close to her. There's videos of her in there, and so I cried like an idiot. And then, my cousins Matt and Joni and John, who I miss because I'm homesick constantly, were in the video as well, or in the documentary. But it's basically a documentary about his life, and everybody's going through hard times right now, and I really think that no matter what kind of hard time you're going through, his story is very, very inspirational, that you can get through anything and you can come out a better person on the other end. So yeah, the Arkansas show was freaking amazing, and since it was just, the 6 of us there, and he had planned for us to be there, so we hung out for an hour in the tour bus, and in the dressing room, and he took the kids around and showed them. I'll post the pictures at the end of the video and kind of tell you what was going on in them. But yeah, he's really great guy, down to earth, Haven't really mentioned it before because I don't want to be one of those people who's like, oh my god, my cousin's famous, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't really have shit to do with me, you know, except for that I love him and he's my family, but that's about it. But you know, I also from watching videos that my kids watch, you know, like my daughter was telling me, Mom, no, people are really interested in knowing, you know, people that they admire or that they watch. They're really interested in knowing if they're cool people or good people or what type of people they are. And you know, Dove is one of the best people you will ever meet in your life. If you ever have the chance to meet him, 100%, he is one of the best people you'll ever meet. So the lie in all of this was that I am a burlesque dancer, which I'm not. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not a burlesque dancer. I do work with burlesque dancers. We do have a few burlesque dancers in our freak show, but I'm the palm reader, not the burlesque dancer. So, 34% of you thought that were correct, and that that was the lie. I do not dance burlesque. So, way to go for 24% of you. For the rest of you, better luck next time. I'll show you some pictures of actually kind of just about everything, all the truths in there. And so I hope you enjoy that, and I love y'all. So here I am in my gypsy costume as Mistress Morgana Brookfire. It's a lot of fun dressing up, actually, and doing this once a month. There's another picture of me in my gypsy costume with all my gear on. It's definitely a theatrical thing and a lot of fun, so that's that. Now, here is, I didn't get to meet Slash. You know, we were just hanging out with Duff the whole time backstage in the Arkansas trip. So the only time I met him was in '87, but we were really close to the stage. This wasn't even with Zoom. I mean, that's how close we were. So there's Slash, who I have met before in the past. So I just wanted to add that in there. This is me and Duff in Ireland, and if you look, we actually have the same family nose. It's kind of weird. So this is also in Ireland. That's my mom, me, and Duff's lovely wife, Susan, who I cannot say enough about. She's amazing. Always adored her. She's great. There's the 84,000 people that were at the concert in Ireland. It was completely insane and just tons of fun. These are my cousins, my Irish cousins, Joby and Jody. Joanne and Jody, but we call her Joby. So, and there's Duff up on stage, looking great, in shape, because, you know, like he told the kids, he eats spinach every single day. And he actually takes really good care of himself. This is in Arkansas, and this is backstage in the friends and family tent. My daughter, my son, my in-laws, and my husband. We had a really great time. There's Duff showing the kids and the in-laws like his travel trunk and just the backstage, and just taking them on a full tour, showing them everything. He's just such a sweetie. There's Duff and the kids in Duff's dressing room backstage, and they were absolutely over the moon. He was just so good to them. Here's my husband, Jeremiah, and Duff, my cousin, and we're all walking from the dressing room area backstage. We're actually walking to the tour bus. It was hot as hell out, so ignore the way I look in my pictures, because it was just, it was a mess. See, told you. There's me and Duff and the kids. That was in the bedroom of his tour bus, which thank God had air conditioning. It was really hot out. August 5th in Arkansas sucks. There's my husband and my kids and Duff. Those are my in-laws in the background. Again, in Duff's bedroom on the tour bus. And there's my in-laws with Duff, and that is more in the kitchen living area of his tour bus, which is awesome, by the way. We had a really good time just hanging out there for like an hour. And this is Tadao and my husband Jeremiah. Tadao's Duff's bodyguard. Most badass, coolest, sweetest, awesome bodyguard ever. And this is me and my husband Jeremiah, and that's how close we were up to the stage. Duff even spotted us in the audience and, you know, winked and gave us the nod with a big grin. It was sweet. So I hope you guys enjoyed the trying to figure out what is truth or lie about me. I certainly enjoyed seeing the results, and thank you so much everyone who participated in the poll. I'll see you guys soon. Time for me to get my button gear and start doing mommy stuff. But I'll see y'all soon. Love ya. Mwah!